line. Match starts in 3, 2, 1, go.
And once again, we're off in autonomous in match number 3, as there was 14 points scored by the Red Alliance right there, just for scoring high atop the coral with their bots in autonomous. All right, they come off of the starting line. It's worth 3 points apiece, as it's 23-3 in favor of the Red Alliance, as the human players control the ROVs at the bottom of the sea. Once again, we have crystal clear conditions. We can see the bottom of the ocean well. We can see the operations taking place as the Marist Manatees scored high atop the reef for 5 points. And on the Blue Alliance side, they're at the coral station picking up that coral. Down the chute from the barge atop the ocean waves, down to the ocean floor where the ROV sits awaiting to rebuild that reef. As the Wolverines drop coral on the top of the reef, that's worth 5 points. In the trough at the bottom of the reef, you can gain 2 points. On the lower branch of the reef, you gain 3. In the middle branch, you can get 4 points. And if you get it high atop the reef, they're worth 5 points right now as the humans are controlling the bots. On the side of the field, you see little openings on the side of the field. That's where they can process algae. The algae is those blue-green looking spherical objects floating around, rolling around on the ocean floor. They pick that up and process it. It's worth 6 points apiece. The human players can also score by taking that processed algae and placing it into the barge on top where the nets are. They can also pull the algae from the bottom of the floor, ocean floor, and place it in the barge net themselves if they'd like to. The bots can. And 63-40, the Marist Manatees scoring another 5 points as it's 70-13 with 47 seconds left to go in match number 3. Once again, we will be going through match number 11 and taking a break for lunch. This is number 3 of what will be 52 total qualifying matches here in Statesboro, Georgia. We're down to 30 seconds as it's 76-16 now in favor of the Red Alliance, as the Wolverines are at the coral reef one more time. They have the coral in their possession, trying to score. Now they head back to the coral station, receiving that coral from the human player on top. Sliding down the chute. They've got the coral in their possession. They're going to try to score it high atop the reef. It falls back down to the ocean floors as we're under 20 seconds left to go. The bots move to the barge zone. The park in the barge zone, they're worth 2 points for each bot that's in the barge zone. 63-40, the Marist Manatees had lifted themselves off with that deeply anchored cage at the bottom of the ocean underneath the barge. That'll be worth 12 points for their alliance if they can do that. And with 40-26 being parked underneath the barge in the barge zone, that could give them a barge ranking point, which will be valuable come the end of the qualifying matches. Now we await the release of the fish onto the reef. And here we go. Let's see which color. And the Red Alliance swimming one more time on the reef with a score of 96-27. 96-27. The Red Alliance, they got 3 ranking points for the victory. They also received a ranking point for all of their bots moving off of their starting position and scoring at least 1 piece of coral on the reef. They also were successful in getting that barge ranking point for scoring more than 14 points in the barge zone.